married to jealousy.
Truth or it's fantasy, yeah.
We're doing everything,
cause there's so much to talk about. Sit still, let's brew it out. Bitter and sweet, ice and heat. Let's take a drink of honesty. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. Come on in the room. We know it's late, gone somewhere now. Stop all the playing, okay? Come on in the room. Let's get to class, okay? Let's get started, okay? Class is in session.
Oh, yeah?
Let's get let's get it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all feeling this morning?
I'm feeling all right, brother.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining us for yet another hour of Honest Tea with the Rutherfords. I'm your boy, Brother Greg, Minister Greg, Pastor Greg. Whatever it is you need me to be, I'm there at your service as the Lord wills. And
I'm your girl, Antoinette.
And you better know it. And you better dang on know it. What's up, family? Good morning, cousin.
Good morning.
How you doing, baby? Look. Let's go ahead and we jumping right on in. What is steeping in our communities? What's steeping in our communities? Tell the people what we have going on, babe.
We're going to go ahead and get it out the way because I say it each and every day.
Okay.
Bars, I'm already in the vein. Listen.
She kill it.
Today, y'all already know that Better Family Life is having their event at 9229 West Florissant. It starts at 8:30, so you should already be up and on your way, if not outside waiting at the door.
Okay.
They are offering utility assistance where all you have to do is bring your proof of identity, your social security card, your bill, and proof of income.
Yeah.
Now, I've been posting this flyer for the last week and a half, 2 weeks going on.
Yeah.
So if you had any additional questions or any gray areas that you feel like wasn't filled in for you, you should have caught the number on the flyer. But don't you worry. If you don't make it today, every Friday, they do the same thing at Better Family Life. They do the same thing on Page at 5415 Page Boulevard, starting at 8:30 every Friday, utility assistance. Right. And if you say, well, I still can't make that, y'all already know our girl be at the library on Tuesdays. The lady from Castle, I'm talking about our girl. The lady from Castle is at the library on Tuesday, and she helps with utility assistance as well. Okay? Right. So get up, get out, and get some. I like a lot of rock, then vodka, red light, candlelight. Can I get them? Get on up and take care of your business, man. Stand on business. Stand on business. Don't be letting King Harris outdo you already. Stand on business. Yeah, okay? All right. Why you laughing?
I'm not doing this. Get those resources if you need them, okay? And if you don't, share it with somebody else. Tell somebody else about it, all right? All right, cool. Y'all already know what it is. Let's go. Give me that stim.
You go.
Give me that stim.
Take your time.
Give me that stim.
There you go, starting up that car. Come on.
Give me that steaming hot topic. So go ahead.
God for that.
Okay.
A lot of y'all don't know who he is, but y'all do know who he is.
Okay.
He's the dude off of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives off the Food Network channel, right? Mm-hmm. So basically, he says he has the mind frame like Shaq. Y'all have to go to college and obtain 2 degrees in order to get your inheritance from me.
You know, and I was gonna say, this is not the first time we've seen this because you have Shaq who literally made that a standard for his children. Mm-hmm. And you know, for somebody else, they'd be like, well, you don't have to go to school. School's not for everybody. Like you know, you gotta give your children enough space to lead their own path. Okay. Wealthy people don't live by those rules. Poverty, people who are stuck in poverty or impoverished, they live by those rules. And you want to know why they live by those rules? Because Some of them ain't got the money to send their kids to school, so it might put their kids in debt anyways. So if it's going to alter their lives in any way, then yeah, we say, you know what, lead your own life, follow your own path, whatever you want to do. But wealthy people, you're going to school because I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay for it. All you got to do is just complete it. That's it. That's all I require you to do is complete the schooling. And you don't have to rush out to go get a job to try and make a living for yourself. I don't need your help with bills, none of that. You can stay here and go to school as long as you need to and get whatever degree, whatever level of degrees you want to get, but I require to. Why? Because I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pay for everything leading up to you getting those degrees.
Not only that, I feel like first of all, see, since y'all want to complain, you got to be a master.
Okay.
When you communicate.
Okay.
You got to read between the lines.
Got to do what?
Weave between the lines.
Okay.
It's like read and weave at the same time. You got to read between the lines.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. He did not say that you had to have your degrees and be working in that field.
Woo-wee!
Baby, I'll go get a bachelor, a master, and a doctorate in coloring books. Do you hear me? I'll be up in the St. Louis Community College so long, just so long. You know what I'm saying? But I think that it's very important, like you said, to understand the mindset of a wealthy person.
Mm-hmm.
I worked all my life to build something.
Yeah.
To leave to you.
So that you don't have to work.
So that you don't have to work.
As hard as I do.
My grandchildren don't have to work. And possibly his great-grandchildren ain't got to work.
And my great-great. It should go that far.
It's going to trickle down. If you know how to manage it, right?
And value it. Yeah.
And value it.
Mm-hmm.
So you going to school, you might not want to go to school. Mm-hmm. Think about this. When I was making that money, it's a lot of things that I had to sacrifice that I didn't want to do. Mm-hmm. I had to be disciplined in a lot of areas.
You better say that word.
That's what school is going to teach you.
Okay, now.
You got to be disciplined. Okay. If I ain't going to school for nothing else but just to get my money, trust and believe that you're going to learn something along the way. Mm-hmm. And if you don't, you was a bad mama jam. But you're going to learn discipline. Hey, I got to stay on the straight and narrow. I got to obtain these grades. I got to get up and go when I don't want to go. Because I have something at the end of the line. Yeah. And when you get that inheritance, that's how you're going to look at it in order to keep it growing, in order to keep it flourishing and to maintain it. Other than that, I'm just going to hand you all this money and you're going to squander it because you don't see the value in it. A lot of people, I guess somebody must have passed us down the zoo because our pet elephant shows up every day, but God is good. I have to get you back to yesterday. But okay. No, seriously. We require our children to work in everything that we do. Mm-hmm. It's a family business. What do y'all say? Family hustle.
Family business.
Right? Mm-hmm. And it's not just because I need workers or y'all homeschooled, so here, y'all can do this. No, it's not about that. Everything that I have, I'm going to be passing down to you all, right? Mm-hmm. And everything that I'm going to have. You're not going to just mess over what I'm building.
Yeah.
But if you out there in the field with me, you see how hard I work. Mm-hmm. You see the time. You see the dedication. You even see the sacrifices that it takes to be a hard worker and to build out things. Mm-hmm. My children that sat with us and helped us plan out to deliver 100 orders. That has sat with us and helped us plan out to deliver 2. That has sat with us to plan, you know what I'm saying? So they see the process. They see the hard work that it takes. They see the determination. And honestly, they are hard workers.
They really are.
They are critical thinkers. It all comes along with the territory. And sometimes, I think we can get so caught up on, I want my kids to have. Yeah, we want our babies to have too.
I want them to be.
Thank you. But we want them to be as well. Having is just not enough. We see it all the time. People win the lottery and be broke the next year.
Be so that you can have.
I thought you was going to start cheering.
No, I'm saying be aggressive. Be aggressive. What is wrong? No, be so that you can have. Don't have to try to be. Do you understand? Because if you have, so that you can be, then that means that you're gonna, whatever you have has you. And you're going to use those things to try and become this image versus you being who you are. And then everything that you have, you are accruing that because of who you are and what you do and the way you think. So that way, no matter what happens to all of your riches and things like that, when it's gone, if the world system shut down today, you still are, because you know you had to be. You didn't have to have.
Yeah, even with with Steve Harvey, I remember him saying one time how his babies asked him for something, and they like, "We rich." Steve Harvey said, "No, let me stop you right there. I'm rich.
It look different.
I'm rich. I worked for this. This is what I worked for. Now, hopefully, I leave you something." And people looking all upside his head. Baby, first of all, we're not even gonna get in that entanglement of a conversation with you if your granny left you her house and you.
Okay.
It belongs to St. Louis City now. That's all I'm saying.
God bless you.
We see it in our community so much. A lot of stuff get passed down, and people don't value it.
Even because they look at it, they say that old house, your granny and her mother passed it down to your granny passed it down to your mother and passed it down to you. And you're telling me because it's an old house, you don't value it.
Yeah.
You're not looking at the fact that it stretched back 100 years.
Or you're not looking at the fact that she scrubbed floors, she became the laundry lady, she did everything that she had to do to get that house, to pay for that house, to be able to say that she owned something, and that her family always had something to call her own, their own. But because you're looking at a quick dollar, or because you don't see the value in anything, now it's squandered. Now it's gone.
Dollar or deed? Answer the question. Dollar or deed? Which one you want? Dollar or deed?
Taking the deed.
I'm taking the deed. Why? Because in deed, you will find what
you're gonna be on
if you
squander them blessings. That's a commercial.
No, but
that's a commercial.
Okay, you keep selling these commercials, boy. Look, no, if you don't value what's been left to you, you won't know how to value your future, because you don't even value the past. A lot of people, they used to make the comment, you remember they used to say, you won't know where you're going until you know where you came from.
That's true.
And it's true. A lot of people really don't know where they're going because they don't know where they came from. Why? Well, my past is my past, so I ain't worried about that. I'm focused on the future. Well, you still don't even know how to handle future endeavors because you can't catch the small things along the way, because you don't know in the past, this is the stuff they've been doing to you from the beginning. Everybody in your family has crossed this hurdle, and you don't know why you staying stuck in this cycle. Hello, somebody. Okay. Everybody in your past, in your family, in your ancestry.com has passed this hurdle, has had this tough thing that they had to overcome. And you still don't know why you still stuck there, because you haven't studied into your past. Because I left that back there. I ain't trying to be like my mama. I ain't trying to be like my granny now. And they struggling and scratching and scraping. I'm trying to still end up being like them. The only difference is you just bought a more expensive purse because they saw value in paying bills. You see the value in what you have on. You see what I'm saying?
Pride in them already got they legacy in order. Fendi definitely got Fendi miniature, Fendi tiny, Fendi invisible.
Yeah.
They got their stuff in order. Get your stuff in order.
Get your house in order.
Them trust fund babies, all of them ain't out here rocking in no name brand. I know a whole bunch of trust fund babies that wear New Balance.
I know.
And wait a minute, New Balance is expensive now.
Can we be honest though?
Baby, wear Goodwill.
But you know what? A lot of them do wear New Balance.
True.
And you will never know how much they cost. You'll look at them, you'll be like, why they wearing them fluff shoes? Them shoes look like them
orthopedic shoes.
Right, them marshmallow
Everything
shoes.
all right?
Right, you sit there, Jody, you like, they come out the house looking raggedy all day long. They look like this and they look like that. And every time they pay a bill, guess what? They ain't saying, ooh, what we gonna do next month? They got guap. When we have plenty of friends, I'm telling you right now, money out the woodworks. And just by looking at them according to your standards, you'll never know.
You'll never know.
But if you had the real eye, a good eye, as the Bible calls it, if you had a good eye, then I promise you, you would look at them and you'll be like, whoa, hold on, they got some real cash. I can listen to your conversation and know whether you have money or not. And I know if you fake it. I could go back and read some of these comments to tell you who fake it. No, seriously.
But serious.
But our view is messed up. We are misplaced. We have a misplaced view. We have misplaced vision. We are looking at what we can acquire, what we can accrue, what can we build for ourselves instead of what we can build in ourselves. Sure. And self-help books have been on a rise big time here lately over the past, probably about 10 years. It's been like self-help, all self-help. Right. So that's been the driving force for 10 years. And people are reading the self-help books and taking bits and pieces and then applying what they want. Apply all that you can so that you can really help yourself. But the greatest help that you could ever get, I'm just shifting there. I don't even care. The greatest help you can ever get is if you walk in God. Because I promise you, he'll reveal the things that are in you that's hindering you from moving forward. Because there is a legacy stored up for you. I want to tell you that. I don't know who you are, but there's a legacy stored up for you. And whether that legacy has a dollar amount tied to it, or whether it has an anointing tied to it, whether it has a mantle tied to it, or whether it has a perception tied to it, there is a legacy stored up for you. The question is, how do you access it, or how do you get it off of you? Because there's a legacy some of us have walked in that is all tied to lack. Lack, disappointment, frustration, anger, and demise. And you don't even recognize that you've been feeding off and leading yourself into this place of legacy of demise. You say it to yourself, why I keep on falling back here? And why I keep on doing this same thing? Because I'm crazy. Why you keep saying that about yourself? You think that's a normal thing? Everybody in your family, people think I'm crazy and they think it's funny. Do you know what it means to be crazy? We've taken it and we've taken it. Lord have mercy. Right. We've taken it and we you see I'm trying to denounce that part of the list. No, we've taken it and we said, oh, crazy is fun now. And you speaking it over yourself, over your kids, and you wondering why they can't get out of the stuff that they.
It's cute.
What kind of stuff is that? What y'all think I'm crazy, don't y'all? And you laughing. You know what it means to be crazy? A mad person who can't think, who don't know how to rationalize and make sound decisions, and you think it's funny to be crazy. What kind of legacy have you bought into? And which one are you keeping yourself from? Because it's interesting, you could have two dynamics in your family.
Talk about it, Brother Greg. I was just going to go there.
You could have one side where you have the crazy, right? And all the nuts and all that stuff. And then you have the other side where you have the wisdom and wealth. And because you don't know how to access wisdom and wealth, you automatically revert to crazy. Because it looks good to you. Because at least somebody be able to say, oh, you don't want to mess with that boy. I'm telling you, they crazy. No. Nope. The last thing you'll say is, I'm crazy. I made a sound decision to cut them ankles. I made a sound decision. You understand me? It wasn't crazy at all. It was a response. That's how I responded. You understand? I want you to understand, I'm not crazy. Yeah. It's not, I'm not choosing to have a reputation of being goofy and laughing with no money. For the longest time, we wouldn't even travel. As a matter of fact, when we were in Texas, what was our standard? We can't travel unless we do what? Make money.
I don't buy it if I can't buy it twice.
Need to
three
not buy it unless you can buy it 10 times. Ain't that Jay-Z's theory? You don't buy it unless you can buy 10 of them. So when they bought what was that?
That $200 million mansion.
Unless you can buy 10 of them. I mean, I know for a fact that they can buy about 30 of them. But you feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Unless what's in his account, not what not the assets he has, but what's in his account. If he cannot buy 10 of them, he don't buy it. Mm. And this is a wealthy mindset. If we tap into that, Lord have mercy. And I remember a friend of mine, they called me and it was like, I said, well, we're going on vacation and I'm setting this up so that we can, make some money and this and that while we're there. And my friend stopped me. I'm just thinking like, if we're going, we're spending money, we need to make money. And at the very least, we come back with $100 more than what we left, right? All the other money has been spent on the vacation, so it's fine. My friend said, listen, he said, this Ariane, he said, bro, do you know what kind of legacy you're setting up for your children? I wasn't even paying attention to it. He said, for them to say, every time we traveled, my daddy made money. My mom and daddy made sure we made money because if nothing else, the trip is going to be paid for and we don't lose out. You should always be making some type of money if you're going to spend it. Do you know what you're setting up for your kids? The mindset that you're putting in them to recognize that even when you're having a good time, if you ain't making $1, it ain't meaning nothing.
Well, we laughing about it.
I was like, whoa. I didn't even
rich
think
folks
about
all
that.
day. I seen them when I went to Brio the other day.
Yeah.
Went to Brio the other day.
Yeah.
I ought to told
Tell
them
on
myself.
yourself.
But went to Brio the other day. They just laughing and giggling and looking at their phone and sipping wine. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you he wasn't looking at no text message. Mm-hmm. Baby, his stock hit big. Mm-hmm. I promise you that. Mm-hmm. His stock hit big. Yep. And he just laughing and giggling and twinkling his toes, having a good old time.
And we texting.
Transfer me some money over so I can buy this. Can you cash at me? You got to confuse. Surprise.
Come on.
A lot of young people value relationships that will not last or material things that are going to get old and become useless. You're right. They don't want to be like their parents. They want everything instantaneously.
Come on now, Auntie. Tell the people what they need to hear. Sick of this mess. It's the truth.
There was an article where, what was the dollar amount where they said?
Hold on. What was it? $525,000. This is check this out. They said it's going to take the millennial $525,000 a year to be happy.
Why?
This day article. I said, Lord have mercy. To be happy. Now listen, this is not for savings purposes. This is how much they want to spend a year in order to feel happy about themselves. These are studies. These are statistics. Now watch this. Why is this so important to know? Because it's letting us know where our world has shifted. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, you used to be proud of land, proud of property, proud of things that you could pass down to your family to build legacy, okay, and an inheritance. Now, all you're proud of is purses and cars and
stuff
shoes
that we gonna ball up and put in the trash
and
bag.
check this out, and you're leasing most of it.
Some of them ain't leasing, they renting.
You're renting.
Some of them ain't renting, they faking. It's off DH gate. I didn't see that.
And that's all you value. You better make some money off of what you're doing. Listen, I'm gonna be back on this show again in 2 weeks with this shirt on. You want to know why? Until I get my check for it, then I'm gonna buy another shirt, and then it'll be probably about 3 weeks before you see this shirt again. And then you want to know what's gonna happen after that? After I make a whole bunch of more money. Then it might be about 2 months, 3 months before you see this shirt again. But until then, you will see this shirt next week.
You're gonna wear unzip next time, ain't you?
Spice it up.
It's a fashion statement.
Spiced it up. I'm telling you now, they're gonna be like, what? Look at what he did. That zip is open. Yes, it is. And then the following week,
Close.
zip it up. You want to know why? Because we have to learn to value the things that are going to bring legacy. We don't do the work that we do because we just want to be able to say we're entrepreneurs. That's for the birds, baby. I'm telling you that right now. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak, feeble-minded people. It's not for the people looking for a fairy tale or looking to build just a story. It is for the people who are looking to build a legacy and willing to put in the work, because my God, what it requires. We don't do this because of clout. We don't do this because of fun.
Mm-hmm.
We do this because it's what we're called to do. This is our calling. This is a part of what we are called to do. So we master it, and we're building on it, and we're trying to master it even more. But it's because we're called to do this that we do it. It's not because it's fun. We were sitting there talking to somebody. What do y'all do? I said, we're entrepreneurs. I said it just like that. I said, we're entrepreneurs. They said, dang, what kind of stuff y'all do? I said, don't worry, but we don't look. Mm-hmm. You might be looking and saying, oh, they look like they got some money. I don't care what I just spent. Okay, you don't know what I had to do to get that money.
Yeah. Everyone's legacies look different and consist of more than just money. I was just about to say that.
Thank you,
How
ma'am.
he came along with
Thank you, ma'am.
Saying, what have you tapped into and what have you accessed?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people said, man, my family ain't left nothing. They left you a good name. You can walk in a room and use a name and get access.
Come on, Christian. Just come on the show.
You can walk in a room, use your name, and get access to things other people can't.
My dad, one of the ladies at my dad's church, she said, every time I see you, young man, whatever you ask for, you're going to get. I said, huh? She said, whatever you ask for here, there will be nothing that you cannot have here. And the reason being is because of who your dad is. Your dad is such an amazing person. His name has given you great favor. And I have to be honest. There's places where I walk in and I just call my dad. I'll be like, Daddy, look, I got to get this. I got to get this, da-da-da. And they'd be like, okay, let me call him real quick. Tell him you outside. Tell him I'm outside. I get to the end of it. I say, what's the bill? They say, oh, don't worry about it. I said, what? Did my daddy pay you? No, don't worry about it. I'll pull out money. Man, look, put that up. Don't worry about it. Trust me, your dad, because I know your dad, you already taken care of him. You ain't got nothing to worry
But even
about.
in that, though, even in having that access, you can't squander that. You got to have a mind frame of, I'm going to uphold this name.
Yeah.
Not only do you have the ability to access certain things, or the lady say, oh, anything that you ask for, you can have X, Y, Z, not just because of your daddy. You also go and exemplify those same characteristics.
Yep.
When you go, you're helping, you're hardworking, you're showing that this is legacy.
Yeah.
Everybody don't have that access. I'm just being honest.
All of my siblings.
Everybody don't have that access.
Only a few of us.
Only a few. So even then, don't squander the good things that you are supposed to inherit.
Yeah.
And like you said, it may not be money. Mm-hmm. It may just be a name. It may just be a shirt. Whatever it is, you have to find value in what you have and even in what you're building. Even now, okay, you feel like your family ain't left no good name, ain't left no money in it. What are you doing to change that trajectory?
Exactly.
Because guess what? Yeah, I don't want my family riding off my coattail. Whatever. At the end of the day, you still got children that you got to leave something for.
Yep. Yep. And
what they gonna say about you? My mama and daddy feeling that same cycle. What are you doing? If it's bigger than money, okay, we have a legacy of hard work in our family. Boom. Anybody who know that anybody hire anybody in our family, they know they're gonna work. They know they're gonna show up. They know they're gonna be respectful. They know they're gonna do it. And the Bible says a good name is better than rubies. Mm-hmm. I'd rather have a good name, but Lord, give me money too.
But I'm just saying, look, a good name will bring money.
It will, though.
It's the whole credit system. The whole credit system is built off of that scripture right there. A good name. If you have a good name, we talked about this before, it's all about good relationship. So if you have a good name, you can get anything by credit. Even when you don't have the money to pay for it, they're saying your name is good enough that we trust that you're going to bring it back to us.
How many times have we had a transaction with somebody and because their name was good, man, I really ain't got it right now. Or I know you don't have it right now, but I also know the type of person you are. I know you make good on your word.
Yep.
So you pay me when you get it.
Yep.
And pay me when you get it. Don't be 5-6 years from later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pay me when you get it. Oh man, dang. It's been a month, but here you go. I had already wiped the slate clean just off the fact that I know who you are. I know I ain't gonna have to chase you down for my money.
Yeah, but watch this. And then go back. Do y'all know we have had times where we had to borrow money.
Mm-hmm.
And borrowing money from somebody who knew us. And we'd be like, look, here, we got it back to you. I'm sorry, it took so long, but here we got it back to you. Oh, here, now go ahead and get it to the kids. Get it to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't you get it to the You know how much I borrowed from you? Yeah, now give it to them. Go ahead, put it up for them, or go buy the clothes, or go do whatever, because I never expected you to really pay it back. I just knew you were going to come back with it. So now you can go ahead and use it for them because I was saving that for them anyway. I'm like, what? Or here, now y'all go ahead, y'all spend this, this $200, $250 go spend that on a date night now. What? Go spend it on a date night. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. I'm like,
Because you did what though?
Because you came
stayed
back.
True to that.
And I stayed true to that word.
True to your character.
Yeah.
So what are you inheriting? Are you inheriting foolishness,
mm-hmm.
bad names, outside of credit?
Mm-hmm.
Do people hate to see you coming because you such and such child and you act just like them? That ain't always a good thing.
Because you sitting there, they say we crazy about my family crazy. Okay, let's see how far they take you. That's why nobody can keep a job in the family. Because y'all flip out on everybody. And okay, all right.
That's why they only call you when it's drama. But then when it's the nice, elegant events, my kids ain't never invited because you're crazy. So
you said it yourself.
That's what you said.
Why would I invite a crazy person into this nice event with the glass all over the place? No. That's all. Okay.
But I get it. I totally agree.
So we're talking about how Guy and Shaq said that their children cannot access inheritance unless they have 2 degrees. And they require them to have 2 degrees because they're going to pay for it. So they don't have to worry about trying to work and go to school at the same time. I'm paying for you to get your degree and paying for you to live while you're getting your degree. What's going to be so hard about getting your degree? It's not going to harm you at all. It's free. It's free. And I think that shows the work ethic that you're willing to do, the work that you're willing to put in, to say, I'll put in the time simply because I respect what you require of me.
Yeah. And
you know what? It translates to our spiritual life so much because we don't know how to put in time to respect what God requires of us.
Oh.
We're always looking for the quick fix, like we talk about. We're always like, well, you know what? He needs to accept me as I am. When will you accept him for who he is? I say it often. I say it all the time because people are so stuck on don't judge me. But you have the right to judge this God who created everything. You have the right to judge him and say his word is unjust. His word is not sovereign. When he is a sovereign God and he is a just God, and you have the right to change what he said in his word because of it won't fit your standards or your requirements.
But once again, that comes with that mentality.
But you don't accept him for who he is, but you want him to accept you for who you are. Mm-hmm. He told me to come as I am. Yeah, he didn't say stay as you are, though.
Thank you. At what point are you going to get tired of coming raggedy?
Yeah.
If you steady showing up raggedy, okay, I get it the first 2 times. If by the time you make it in my door and you sit down and you see the scene and you see the environment, if it don't make you want to be better, you probably need to get on from around here.
Because I don't know who you are. But I know if you ever walked into somebody's house and the house was just so nice and you just coming in from work or coming in from doing yard work or something, and you like, I'm gonna stand right here at the door because I don't want to come in too far. It's nice and clean. They're like, just come on in. And you like, no, I'm not sitting down. I'm not coming in because it's nice and clean. You have a respect for what you see and what you know about this person's house. Because if you move, they have to clean up after every step you take because you know you just came from a place that you did not prepare yourself for what you were about to walk into.
Oh my God. You want to preach today.
Lord have mercy.
Y'all heard what it just said?
Can you help the people? Help the people.
We're talking about spirituality here. That was so good, Greg. You were. I know God got to clean up after everything that I do.
Because I didn't prepare myself for what I was about to walk into.
Now, the first time, I didn't know. So I might have came a little dirty. Mm-hmm. But once I look back and seen them scrubbing and cleaning up, I kind of felt bad. Like, dang, I did leave a smudge dirt.
So
next time, I'm coming ready.
I know I'm coming ready. I'm coming ready. I know I worked hard. But when I get here, I'm going to be present. I'm not going to feel like I need to be in a corner. I'm going to do what it takes to show up properly. You still not preparing yourself for what you know you're finna walk into. That's not just a word. That's a reality for somebody. You have not prepared yourself for what you are about to walk into. God has greater things in store for you. Question is, do you have greater things in store for you? Have you stored up greater for yourself? Because we have this notion that God should do all the work. He already did it when he did that 7-day thing. You know, you ain't reading in Genesis when he created the heavens and the earth and the world and all that's in it. Yeah. And then created man and woman. He did the work already. Now, what work are you willing to do to show him I appreciate being able to be here and being who you called me to be? He's done the work. Question is, what are you doing? Are you willing to do the work because you're about to walk into a place that is going to require you to look better, be better, walk better, talk better, respond better, live better, eat better, think better, be better, period.
I think a lot of times, though, people get it misconstrued, especially living in this day and time where you can kind of pave your own way in anything, right? But just because it's, I want to say, acceptable doesn't mean that it's permissible. Is that the right thing to say?
Yeah, just
because it's acceptable doesn't mean that it's permissible. So where you feel like, well, I ain't gotta be in the box. I ain't gotta do this. I ain't gotta do that. And I can make my own way. And we live in the world of the internet. And we live in this way and that way. Fine. With all of that. Okay, whatever. Create your own way and do it. But at some point, you gotta wanna be better. As you go higher in something, as you get deeper into something, there has to be a change. You can't go in the same way every day. You can't.
Yeah.
In the smallest things that you do, you have to have a change of heart or a change of mindset about some of the things that you once deemed to be okay. Yeah. It's not okay. What they say, you too old for that.
Too old.
At some point, you get too old.
Way too old.
At some point, it ain't cute no more.
It wasn't in the beginning.
It wasn't. It was just because we knew you was a little ignorant in the area. We accepted it just to get you in the door. But once you get in the door, baby girl, baby boy,
not necessarily
something gotta be changed.
I ain't asking you to know how to act. Learn how to be.
Yeah.
Learn how to be. You have to know how to be. Paul said it this way. He said, I've learned to both have and not to have. I've learned to abound, and I've learned to be a base. What does that mean? I've learned to have abundance, and I've learned to have lack. I've learned, and in all things, I've learned to be content. Yeah. Right? But when you are, whatever stage in life that you are at, you have to know how to become and be who you are. I love the most beautiful stories to me. I love watching the movies. I love reading the stories. Are the people who built something, may have even lost themselves in what they built, only to find out that they were the key factor to what they were building the whole time. And then after finding themselves, realizing that, so it was easier for them to say, now keep it going, and I'm going to live my best life, not with things, but I want to live my best life investing in what I started this for.
So can we say inheritance is bigger than the material thing? It's a mindset.
It's a mindset.
It's a mindset.
Which is why they require their children to go to school. Now, listen, college ain't everything. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Everybody don't want to go to college, and everybody don't necessarily need to go to college. But what is it going to harm you to get education if you don't have to pay for it in the long run?
Yeah.
Now, parents forcing their kids to go to college and they got to pay for it. Why are you trying to force them to do something that they might not want to do?
Yeah.
And they got to pay those student loans. But if you paying for the college, it ain't no forcing. I've given you this opportunity to advance your education. You might not even learn everything that you want to learn, but you can learn whatever you need to learn and give yourself more time to grow in whatever area or field you want to grow in. But I need to know that you're not going to squander what I have.
Yeah, I think that it's it's way bigger, from my scope, it's way bigger than the education. But education comes along with it. But I see now that you have longevity. I see that you can stick with something.
Thank you.
I see that when it gets hard, you're not gonna give up.
Thank you.
I see that when you gonna do something that you really don't want to do. I might not want to hold on to this piece of land. I might not see no value. I might not see no worth in it at the time when I begin it. It may be a struggle to maintain it. But I know that if I do this, I can tap into something greater that will give me more opportunity and give me more options later, right?
Yeah.
So if I can see that you can walk through that process with a good head on your shoulders, or walk through that process and evolve and grow with that, I wouldn't mind leaving you $1 million. Mm-hmm. Because guess what? I know it ain't gonna be gone in 6 months. Yeah. I know it ain't gonna be gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is good.
But somebody ain't got nothing.
What type of mindset are you inheriting?
Man, dude.
Forget the money. It ain't about the money. It's the principle. Forget the money. Forget the land. Forget the stocks. Forget the bonds. Because if you don't have the mindset, it won't last. Yeah. If you don't have the mindset that your granny had when she first purchased it, it won't last. Because if she done purchased it and kept it this long, she didn't just purchase out of lack.
Because she could have been sold.
Yeah, could have been sold. Ooh. You don't think she went through something to say, dang, I got them stocks that's about worth about $500?
That woman that used to live down there in the city, that story went viral.
Tell them about the gun line.
The government paid this woman, paid her I think it was like $1.3 or $1.5 million for this house. It's an old house.
Well, we would say
that old house. It was probably only worth, when you walk in and you see, all this stuff, it was probably only worth, the house alone was probably only worth about good 40,000, maybe 50. But you would have had to put in about 100,000 to make it livable again and put it up to our standards, the new age standards, updating everything and all that. Listen, this woman, because her grandmother bought the house and died in the house, her mom lived there and died in the house. She said, my granny died in this house, my mama died in this house, and I'm going to die in this house. That's what she said. She said, and so I'm not selling to nobody. The government's like, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. They got all the way up to a million point something, right? She was like, I'm still not selling. Somebody else comes in to negotiate with her because they needed that property. They needed that land. Okay. They didn't want the house. They wanted the land. But the house is on the land. So, of course, I don't want to move the house. So it is what it is. Look, they negotiated with this lady. Somebody came up with the bright idea of picking up this house, this huge city house. Y'all know how the city houses are in St. Louis. Picking up this huge city house and moving it around the corner. They bought her a lot around the corner that they could put the house on. They jacked up the house, picked the house up, moved it. Everybody with cameras is following this because they is really doing this. It took them months to jack this house all the way up. All while they doing all of this lady is on vacation, in which they paid for. They paid for the lot. They paid for the construction, the movement, everything else, anything that needed to be done to make sure the house got over there and was perfectly settled. They paid for all of that and still wrote her a check for something million. Now watch this. I want to say 1.7, but I think it was like 1.5 or something. Watch this. Not only did she get almost 2-year vacation, because that's how long it took for them to finish out all their stuff. She got a 2-year vacation that she just got to spend money. Okay. On top of that, she also has $1 million and something that she gets, and she still gets her house and her land. She ain't lose nothing. She didn't lose out on time. She was already retired. She didn't lose nothing. She stood her ground. Watch, you know how much they spent moving her and doing all that? They spent almost $3 million outside of the check that they wrote for. So almost $5 million is what they spent total for this house, because the city needed it that bad. But she didn't care about a dollar amount. Her thing was legacy.
Yep.
My granny died in this house. My mama died in this house. I'm dying in this house. Why? Because that's our legacy. I'm not selling my house to nobody. But we would have been listening. We'd be like, shoot, they offer $500,000. We'd be like, write the check. I see the check. It is what it is. No. She's like, nope. The lady still has her house. She got land. I think the land was actually bigger than what she had around the corner. She got her house. She got land. And she got the check.
And a peace of mind. And
got to relax like nobody's business.
That's what we call standing. You hear me? That's what we call standing on business.
Business. That's business. Thank you. Come on. That's business, baby. Right there. Jacked me up when I read that story.
Because guess what? If she would have sold, even if she would have sold that $1 million, once the money started getting lost, I should have never sold my house.
She would have died regretting the fact that she did not stand on that. And her whole thing is now, y'all gonna jack the house up, y'all gonna move it around the corner, y'all wrote my check, give me my check, and y'all paying for all these expenses that I'm about to accrue in the next 2 years. And also y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, they spent $5 million for a house that was only worth around about $30,000 to $40,000.
But once again, that's mindset, because she wasn't looking, like you said, looking at the dollar amount.
A quick fix.
Just like Granny didn't want looking at the dollar amount. No. Granny thing is, I worked hard for this because I want this to be in my family.
And
I want my babies to have this. I want my grandkids, my great-grandkids, whoever. I want this to be here forever.
Straight up.
And because Johnny Maiden came along and they never had nothing, because she ain't never worked for nothing, she don't understand that Granny about lost her life trying to keep this house.
Yeah.
Ku Klux Klan that came through, everybody that came through, and she's sitting on her porch in her rocking chair holding her Bible because she wanted to savor the moment and savor this home. And then here comes Johnny. Well, I mean, everybody already got their own house and everybody got this. And shut up.
Shut your mouth.
Just money, huh?
Nasty people.
Go on and get your check. Sell it to somebody else so they can see the value on what you got. I bet it don't be gone. I bet they don't let it go.
Don't squander legacy.
I bet they don't let it go.
Don't squander legacy. Legacy is what was built. It is not it's the way it was built. It's the intention of why it was built. It is not the money you can accrue from it. To say I sold my man, listen, I'm telling y'all, it's hitting me deeper than y'all even know. Because my whole heart is grieved right now. I just found out so much about my family. And it's a story that's brewing and it's gonna come after a while. But I'm grieved. And I've been all of these grays, I'm telling you right now, they getting a little bit whiter and whiter as the day go by because of all the stuff I'm finding and recognizing, not because it's bad stuff, but I'm finding great legacy in my family, and somehow we didn't see value in it. In a whole historical storyline, we didn't see value in it somewhere along the way. And so now we're left to let somebody else tell the story when we should have been telling it all along.
So do you think that sometimes we don't see the value in things because it's so easy to get something new now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's what reason why the work system, everybody, they get a job and start looking for another one already.
Yeah.
Because they don't see the value in building and hard work anymore. So it's okay, I got a job, I can get another one. Just like I got this one. So they instantly, when they get a job, they already looking for another one.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Or just
in case y'all make me mad.
I've seen it though, you know, with different assets and different things that people had. And it's like, okay, don't nobody want this house. You know what I'm saying? But to know the history in the neighborhood, your granny was the first person of a darker hue to even have a house in this area.
Yeah.
I would never sell my granny house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but in our mind, I already got my own house. BB and them got their own house. Not only that, I got a job. I could buy 1 million houses. I'm flipping properties. But all of that don't mean as much as this should mean.
Mm-hmm.
This is a milestone. This is history. This is us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
This quick fast microwave stuff is to the demise in some areas.
It's past microwave. This is air fryer.
Instapot.
Type stuff.
DoorDash.
Straight up. Like, ooh, wait. All right.
Boy said
we done.
It's air fryer.
I'm good.
I'm start telling people you got an air fryer mentality.
I'm worn out. I'm telling y'all, I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm not just tired, y'all. I'm telling you, my heart is grieving.
Yeah.
I'm grieving. And she knows oh Lord. I'm just like, But you live, you learn, and you learn from legacy too.
Yeah.
Don't think that you're limited to the mistakes of those who came before you. You learn from legacy and you build with intention.
That's good.
That's it. All right. We love y'all so much. Thank you for joining us for yet another hour of Honesty. I'm your boy, Brother Greg.
And I'm your girl, Antoinette.
Peace. Have a great day, y'all.
Faith or its family, married to jealousy, truth or its fantasy, yeah. We're doing everything, cause there's so much to talk about. Stay still and prove it out. Bitter and sweet, ice and heat. Let's take a drink of honesty.